Morning, welcome to Collins Reading Aloud Project Part 99, another 1,000 words, starting now. Fickler, fickles, ficklest, fickling, fickly, fico, ficos, fictile, fiction, fictional, fictionalize, fictionalized, fictionalizes, fictionalizing, fictionalities, fictionality, fictionalize, fictionalized, fictionalizes, fictionalizing, fictionally, fictioneer, fictioneering, fictioneerings, fictioneers, fictionization, fictionizations, fictionize, fictionized, fictionizes, fictionizing, fictionist, fictionists, fictionization, fictionists, fictionization, fictionizations, fictionize, fictionized, fictionizes, fictionizing, fictions, fictitious, fictitiously, fictitiousness, fictive, fictively, fictiveness, fictivenesses, fictor, fictors, ficus, ficuses, fid, fidius, fidiust, fidiuses, fidiusing, fiddle, fiddleback, fiddlebacks, fiddled, fiddledee, fiddledees, fiddledee, fiddlehead, fiddleheads, fiddleneck, fiddlenecks, fiddler, fiddlers, fiddles, fiddlestick, fiddlesticks, fiddlewood, fiddlewoods, fiddly, fiddlies, fiddlier, fiddliest, fiddling, fiddlings, fiddly, fidei commissar, fidei commissary, fidei commissum, fideism, fideisms, fideist, fideistic, fideists, fidelissimo, fidelismos, fidelista, fidelistas, fidelities, fidelity, fides, fidge, fidged, fidges, fidget, fidgeted, fidgeter, fidgeters, fidgeteer, fidgetiest, fidgetiness, fidgetinesses, fidgeting, fidgetingly, fidgets, fidgety, fidging, fidibus, fidibuses, fido, fidos, fids, fiducial, fiducially, fiduciaries, fiduciarily, fiduciary, fi, fief, fiefdom, fiefdoms, fiefs, field, field boot, field boots, fieldcraft, fieldcrafts, fielded, fielder, fielders, fieldfare, fieldfares, fielding, fieldings, field mice, field mouse, field piece, field pieces, fields, fieldsman, fieldsmen, fieldstone, fieldstones, field strip, field stripped, field stripping, field strips, field vole, field voles, fieldwood, fieldwoods, fieldwork, field worker, field workers, field works, fiend, fiendish, fiendishly, fiendishness, fiendishnesses, fiend-like, fiends, fient, fients, fear, fire, fierce, fiercely, fierceness, fiercenesses, fiercer, fiercest, fier, fiers, fierer, fierist, fierily, fierier, fieriest, fierily, fieriness, fierinesses, fires, fiery, fiesta, fiestas, fife, fifed, fifer, fifers, fifes, fifing, 15, fifteener, fifteeners, fifteens, 15th, 15thly, 15ths, fifth, fifthly, fifths, fifties, 50th, 50ths, 50, 50ish, fig, fig-eater, fig-eaters, figged, figgeries, figgery, figging, fight, fightable, fightback, fightbacks, fighter, fighters, fighting, fightings, fights, fig jam, fig jams, figment, figments, figo, figos, figs, fig tree, fig trees, figuline, figulines, figurabilities, figurability, figurable, figural, figurally, figurant, figurant, figurants, figurants, figurate, figurately, figuration, figurations, figurative, figuratively, figurativeness, figure, figured, figuredly, figurehead, figureheads, figureless, figurer, figurers, figures, figurework, figureworks, figurine, figurines, figuring, figurist, figurists, figwort, figworts, fike, fiked, fikeries, fikery, fikes, fikeer, fikeest, fiking, fikish, fikey, fill, filler, fillerbeg, fillerbegs, fillacious, fillaker, fillacres, filagrin, filagrins, filagree, filagreed, filagreeing, filagrees, filament, filamentary, filamentous, filaments, philander, philanders, filar, filary, filaries, filaria, filarii, filarial, filarian, filariases, filariaces, filariasis, filariid, filariids, filas, filasses, filatories, filatory, filature, filatures, filaser, filasers, filbird, filbirds, filbert, filberts, filch, filched, filcher, filchers, filches, filching, filchingly, filchings, file, fileable, filecard, filecards, filed, filefish, filefishes, filemot, filemots, file name, file names, filer, filers, files, filet, fillet, filleted, filleting, fillet, fillets, filfot, filfots, filial, filially, filialness, filialnesses, filiate, filiated, filiates, filiating, filiation, filiations, filibeg, filibegs, filibuster, filibustered, filibusterer, filibusterers, filibustering, filibusterings, filibusterism, filibusterisms, filibusterus, filibusters, filicidal, filicide, filicides, filicinian, filiform, filigrain, filigrains, filigrain, filigrains, filigree, filigreed, filigreeing, filigrees, filii, filing, filings, filiopietistic, filioque, filioques, filipendulous, filister, filisters, filius, filk, filks, fil, fillable, filigree, filigreed, filigreeing, filigrees, fil, fee, filled, filler, fillers, fees, filester, filesters, fillet, filleted, filleter, filleters, filleting, fillets, filibeg, filibegs, fillies, filling, fillings, fillip, philipped, philippine, philippines, philipping, philips, philister, philisters, philo, phillows, fills, filly, film, filmable, film card, film cards, filmdom, filmdoms, filmed, filmer, filmers, filmfest, filmfests, filmgoer, filmgoers, filmgoing, filmgoings, filmy, filmic, filmically, filmier, filmiest, filmily, filminess, filminesses, filming, filmies, filmish, filmland, filmlands, filmless, film-like, filmmaker, filmmakers, filmmaking, filmmakings, filmographies, filmography, films, filmset, filmsets, filmsetter, filmsetters, filmsetting, filmsettings, filmstrip, filmstrips, filmy, philo, philoplume, philoplumes, philopodia, philopodium, philos, philos, philocell, philocells, philovirus, philoviruses, phils, filter, filterabilities, filterability, filterable, filterableness, filtered, filterer, filterers, filtering, filters, filth, filthier, filthiest, filthily, filthiness, filthinesses, filths, filthy, filtrabilities, filtrability, filtrable, filtratable, filtrate, filtrated, filtrates, filtrating, filtration, filtrations, filtra, filum, fimble, fimbles, fimbria, fimbriae, fimbrial, fimbriate, fimbriated, fimbriates, fimbriating, fimbriation, fimbriations, fimbrillate, fimicolus, fin, finable, finableness, finablenesses, finagle, finagled, finagler, finaglers, finagles, finagling, finaglings, final, finale, finales, finales, finalization, finalizations, finalize, finalized, finalizer, finalizers, finalizes, finalizing, finalism, finalisms, finalist, finalistic, finalists, finalities, finality, finalization, finalizations, finalize, finalized, finalizer, finalizers, finalizes, finalizing, finally, finals, finance, financed, finances, financial, financialist, financialists, financially, financier, financiered, financiering, financiers, financing, financings, finback, finbacks, finker, finkers, finch, finched, finches, find, findable, finder, finders, finding, findings, findram, findram, findrams, finds, fine, finable, finableness, finablenesses, find, fineer, fineered, fineering, fineers, finish, fineless, finely, fineness, finenesses, finer, fineries, finers, finery, fines, finespun, finesse, finessed, finesser, finessers, finesses, finessing, finessings, finest, finests, finfish, finfishes, finfoot, finfoots, fingan, fingans, finger, fingerboard, fingerboards, fingerbowl, fingerbowls, fingerbreadth, fingerbreadths, fingered, fingerer, fingerers, fingerglass, fingerglasses, fingerguard, fingerguards, fingerhold, fingerholds, fingerhole, fingerholes, fingering, fingerings, fingerless, fingerlike, fingerling, fingerlings, fingermark, fingermarks, fingernail, fingernails, fingerpick, fingerpicked, fingerpicking, fingerpickings, fingerpicks, fingerplate, fingerplates, fingerpost, fingerposts, fingerprint, fingerprinted, fingerprinting, fingerprintings, fingerprints, fingers, fingerstall, fingerstalls, fingertip, fingertips, finny, finial, finial, finials, finical, finicalities, finicality, finically, finicalness, finicalnesses, finicitier, finicitiest, finicity, finicier, finiciest, finickin, finickiness, finickinesses, finicking, finickings, finicky, finickin, finickin, finicking, fining, finings, finnies, fineses, finish, finished, finisher, finishers, finishes, finishing, finishings, finite, finitely, finiteness, finitenesses, finites, finitism, finitisms, finitist, finitists, finito, finitude, finitudes, finjan, finjans, think, finked, thinking, finks, finless, finlike, finlit, finlits, finmark, finmarks, finac, finac, finax, finax, finan, finans, find, finner, finners, finesco, Finicia, Finiciest, Finicky, Finia, Finiest, Finning, Finmark, Finmarks, Finocchio, Finocchios, Finnock, Finnocks, Finsco, Finny, Fino, Finocchio, Finocchios, Finocchio, Finocchios, Finos, Fins, Finsco, Fioratura, Fioraturae, Fjord, Fjords, Fiorin, Fiorins, Fioratura, Fioriture, Fippence, Fippences, Fipple, Fipples, Feek, Feeks, Feek, feeks, fur, fire, fireable, firearm, firearmed, firearms, fireback, firebacks, fireball, fireballer, fireballers, fireballing, fireballs, firebase, firebases, firebird, firebirds, fireboard, fireboards, fireboat, fireboats, firebomb, firebombed, firebomber, firebombers, firebombing, firebombings, firebombs, firebox, fireboxes, firebrand, firebrands, firebrat, firebrats, firebreak, firebreaks, firebrick, firebricks, firebug, firebugs, firebush, firebushes, fireclay, fireclays, firecracker, firecrackers, firecrest, firecrests, fired, firedamp, firedamps, firedog, firedogs, firedragon, firedragons, firedrake, firedrakes, firefang, firefanged, firefanging, firefangs, firefight, firefighter, firefighters, firefighting, firefightings, firefights, fireflies, firefloat, firefloats, fireflood, firefloods, firefly, fireguard, fireguards, firehall, firehalls, firehose, firehoses, firehouse, firehouses, fireless, firelight, firelighter, firelighters, firelights, firelit, firelock, firelocks, fireman, firemanic, firemark, firemarks, firemen, firepan, firepans, firepink, firepinks, firepit, firepits, fireplace, fireplaced, fireplaces, fireplug, fireplugs, firepot, firepots, firepower, firepowers, fireproof, fireproofed, fireproofing, fireproofings, fireproofs, firer, firereel, firereels, fireroom, firerooms, firers, fires, firescape, firescapes, firescaped, firescapes, firescaping, firescapings, firescreen, firescreens, fireship, fireships, fireside, firesides, firestone, firestones, firestorm, firestorms, firethorn, firethorns, firetrap, firetraps, firetruck, firetrucks, firewall, firewalled, firewalling, firewalls, firewarden, firewardens, firewater, firewaters, fireweed, fireweeds, firewoman, firewomen, firewood, firewoods, firework, fireworks, fireworm, fireworms, fiery, firies, firing, firings, firk, firked, firkin, firking, firkins, firks, furlot, furlots, firm, firmament, firmamental, firmaments, firman, firmans, firmed, firmer, firmers, firmist, firming, firmless, firmly, firmness, firmnesses, firms, firmware, firmwares, ferns, fern, ferns, furrier, furriest, furring, furrings, furry, furs and first. That's a very quick 1,000 today, so I'll stop there and see you tomorrow.